Hey gamers, welcome back to Contradiction. Love this game. I'm really excited to be back to be playing more of it. Pretty excited. A quick summary of what happened last time is this cutscene.
Whoa! Whoa!
It's really funny every time. It is still good. Here's what I think the thing that gets me about it. yeah, his posture of being like, whoa! But it's really the way he goes, whoa! I don't know why. Just the suddenness and the loudness. It's so funny. Thank you, Kinder. Thank you, Kinder's rule. Alright, let's play the game. It's so funny. So unexpected. Oh Christ. Alright. No, okay, so what we actually uncovered last time, we walked on the cult doing a weird doll burning ceremony. And all the people in the business class were like, yeah, this is how you do business. What else? We learned more about Liam's death and about everybody who pretended that they didn't know him but did in fact know them. Learned about auto-hypnosis. We found Ryan's guitar collection in a garage, and then we talked to all of the people who purport to love him. And they all said he sucks shit at guitar, and they hate that he plays guitar, and he shouldn't play guitar, and they don't know why he has guitars, because he sucks so shit at playing them. So that was funny, but mean. We got bagged. So, we did do that. This was the bag we got bagged with. We learned about Paul Rand, Ryan Rand's papa. Oh, what happened to Quote God? Oh, we learned that he does this thing to his students where he pretends to steal from them, and he pretends to steal by actually stealing from them, but then he gives it back. And we learned that a crucial part. Oh, that's right. This is the sad thing we discovered. Hello, Superhuman Vince. Thank you for the resubscribe. We learned that one of the teachings... Fallout fan, thank you for the resubscribe. One of the teachings of this dumb, shitty-ass cult is that nobody should have guilt, and that in order to break people free of the guilt, they should just be shitheads to people. They should just be real assholes. And... Emma's undertaking, her asshole undertaking, that eventually led to her breaking apart from the group, kind of. She's not in the group, but she's still fucking Ryan. She made fun of Liam. He apparently had quite a large birthmark on his face, and she made fun of him. And then that night, it's the same night of the theft stunt, and Emma saying that is the night that Liam killed himself. So she thinks that she had something to do with it. And so she feels super guilty about it. My suspicion is that it's unrelated. Also, I think there's a good chance that the camera's gonna go down today. Because I did not do my due diligence about recharging basically anything, so...
That'll come in handy. Don't know why I never remember to buy one.
Bad cop. Okay. I just to reiterate, I love the actor who plays Jenks. I love that his choice of action for that was to pick up the flashlight, flash it immediately in his face, smile like an insane man, turn it off, and head out. Just crazy. A crazy choice of action in that moment. This isn't where we want to go. We want to go to the pub. That's right. English behavior. All right. This has largely been just a mystery game, but then when we do stuff like this, I'm like, this is a point-and-click mystery game. We had to wait until somebody put out a flashlight for our police officer to have a flashlight. Obsessed.
Oh, well. And there's the mask symbol again. Looks like someone's been trying to make a point.
That was not what I expected. I don't know. Okay. Well, here's the funny thing is he stepped into the light and then put it in his mouth. This man is a mess, and unfortunately I love him. A-cab, but I love Jinx personally.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Ooh, Ashgrove, you don't say.
Have you ever seen these?
It's Ryan's car. It got vandalised last year. His camera had been stolen, so I took pictures. God, whoever did it made a mess, didn't they?
But nobody was prosecuted for it.
Not that I remember. The insurance paid out, though.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Okay. That was... I really thought she would have more to say about the fact that we swiped some photos from her back storage room. I guess she didn't care about the mask that we stole either, so... I think there's a chance that lady's just high 24/7. Ashgrove, thank you for the link.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
I might already have all of these games that are in the sale.
Know anything about these?
Nope.
I cannot, lively unshot, I cannot wait to hear what pure
that's all for the
means.
moment.
Like,
Thank you.
I'm desperate for her to tell me more about this. You know, honestly, I appreciate a point-and-click character that doesn't fuck around with their answers.
A couple more questions, if that's okay. Do you know what these are?
Yes, that's Ryan's car. Another toy he managed to ruin. It was vandalized sometime last year.
You know who did it?
I don't believe anybody was ever prosecuted for it.
Not what I asked. Okay. Okay, we asked Rebecca. Alright, let's ask Simon and Emma. These two are always good for a laugh.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Do you know anything about these?
Nope. Sorry.
Seems like she's lying. But it says doesn't recognize the photos, not doesn't recognize the car.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Have you seen these before?
No.
don't know the car.
Okay, and his says doesn't recognize the photo or car. So she specifically did not say that she didn't recognize the car. She just said she didn't recognize the photos, which is, I'll grant her, is a pretty funny way of getting around that lie. Okay.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
Oh, you know what? We have a bunch of stuff to ask Ryan. I think that's what we were planning to do right at the end of the last stream. I thought I was going to remember because I positioned us right outside the door when we saved, but then I think it just popped us back into town when I opened. I check in the heckin' boxes. And that is where we got the flashlight. I hope there are students in here. God damn it. I desperately want to talk to these people about what they think they're doing with their tuition. Yeah, Jinx, the first thing Jinx did was flash the light immediately into his own eyeballs. He made an insane grin. Please. Yeah, see, we've got all sorts of shit to ask him. Yeah, because we haven't gotten to talk to him since we caught him doing the fucking weird doll burning ceremony. All right, everybody strap in.
So tell me more about this doll burning.
It's a symbolic ceremony we perform every few weeks on the course.
What's it about?
It's about burning your old personality and finding a new one, a better one.
So the dolls are...
You. They represent you from the past. Each doll has a picture of the student as a child or a teenager. And they burn the doll and symbolically destroy their old personality. It's quite simple but effective, I find.
And why did that girl shout?
Because it's an emotional thing. She's quite clearly become very attached to her doll. They do spend the first month with them. We tell them to take the doll everywhere with them before they actually go through the doll burning.
And you believe that's a good thing? Destroying your past?
Of course it's a good thing, Inspector. We're all shackled to our past, particularly you by the sound of it. Perhaps we should make a doll of you, Inspector, and burn that. What do you think?
No, thank you.
You're probably right. I'm not sure it would do any good anyway.
Okay, my headcanon for this dude is that... Okay, my headcanon for Ryan is that there is alcohol in his glass, but because he refuses, he doesn't drink alcohol. So it is like his comfort object, where he's always just like thinking about taking a sip, but then when he gets a whiff of it, when he brings it up to his mouth to finally take a sip, he gets a whiff and he's like, no, I must remain pure like my weird wife.
Can you tell me about auto-hypnosis?
Well, what would you like to know?
Do you use it on the course?
We dip into it occasionally, but it's not a major feature of the course. I would say that, well, a minority of the students know how to use it, but the majority wouldn't know and have a clue.
It's not a requirement of the course?
No, not at all. We don't ask people to do things that they're not comfortable with. There's no bribery, no coercion. We're thinking about phasing auto-hypnosis out, actually.
What's the reason for that?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, Inspector, it doesn't actually work very well.
I mean, we know he's lying, and that he's a sack of shit. Oh god, okay, I cannot wait to ask him about his fucking guitar collection.
I didn't realize you were a musician.
Oh, well, I'm not really a musician. I mean, I dabble a little bit. To be quite honest with you, I'm far more interested in collecting guitars.
You're not in a band.
Rich guy shit.
Well, I did audition. I did audition a few years ago. When I say a few years ago, of course, I mean about 20 years ago. Doesn't time fly?
What band was that?
Oh, I can't remember. Something Stone. Aren't they all called something stone? Hammerstone. That's it.
And you still collect?
I haven't bought a guitar for over a year. I feel I've moved on.
Well, that was so weird. This is so hard because I know he's lying because other people have told me other things and they're far more reliable, but I can't call him on the things that other people have said. I can only call him on his own bullshit.
Do you know what this is?
Well, I think it's a bag. Is it a bag, Inspector?
The shop.
Oh, yes, the costume shop. Yes, we used to hire from them.
For the course?
Well, yes. For the course, at the end of each stage, we have a little party.
Weird,
we
horny
ask
little
students
party.
to dress up, try acting out being somebody new, their new selves, as it were.
Could you explain a bit more? New selves?
One of the main elements of the course is learning how to act, how to be whoever you need to be in any given situation. I think you'll agree, Inspector, that business is about being the right person in the right situation at the right time. What it does, it helps them to detach themselves, become somebody new, pretend, you know, that kind of thing. It's surprising what a little bit of cross-dressing can do for you, Inspector. You should try it.
Not at this stage.
He finally took a sip. He finally took a sip. Everybody who's playing the contradiction drinking game, go ahead and drink. Okay.
What do you know about your father's money-stealing stunt?
Oh, well, yes, that was something that Dad decided to do as part of the shock aspect of the course.
But he went too far, you believe.
He usually does.
And do you think it did have anything to do with Liam's death?
No. Liam wasn't like that at all. I mean, that was just a simple, unfortunate coincidence. I mean, Liam had his own problems, but he didn't have any problems with the money shock stunt. No.
What do you know about Emma Bowman criticizing Liam before his suicide?
I was there. I witnessed it. Well, I know Emma blamed herself for his death.
Did she?
Well, she was upset and all of that, but I wouldn't blame her, Inspector. I really don't think she had anything to do with it at all.
You don't think?
Liam was a very confident person, very outgoing, very strong individual, or so it seemed. I mean, people are free to do what they like. Even something as irreversible as bumping themselves off. Sad though that is, of course.
Oh man, it is fun to see this guy compared to his dad. What the fuck is up with your car?
Do you know what these are?
Oh yes, that's my old car. It was vandalized. I took those for the insurance company. Where did you find
Your
those?
wife
At the
took
pub.
them.
You know who did this?
Yes. A girl called Lisa Blint. She was on the course, very strange girl.
A new name.
And why
okay.
did she write the words devil worshippers all over your car?
Well, she was a very strange girl. She had a lot of psychological problems. I'm not entirely sure, Inspector. I mean, she took a dislike to the course for some particular reason. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And,
It might have
she
been
asked
the
for a
devil
refund, I
worship
declined,
we were doing.
And she decided to spray her disapproval all over my car.
Odd thing to spray, isn't it, though? Devil worshippers?
Well, she was a
It's got
very
so many
odd girl,
letters.
Inspector. Maybe she thought it was a way of getting back at us. I have no idea.
Did Rebecca know about it?
Well, yes, she did, but I wasn't about to unleash Rebecca on her. She can be quite fierce sometimes, you know. And I mean, the girl wasn't vindictive. She had psychological problems. She lives in the village, actually. The run-down house at the end of the lane. Can't miss it.
Really? Right, thank you.
I don't know, Geosdi. Can you put a price on breaking down all of your boundaries and respect for your other people? Can you put a price on a course that'll do that to you?
Later.
Yeah, I'm extremely excited about new character and new plays. Should we fast travel there, or should we walk through the woods and potentially... No, let's fast travel there.
Could that be where Lisa lives? Run-down house at the end of the lane. That's what Ryan said, wasn't it?
Choose not. I want to save the woods for when we need to advance the plot, since that's what the woods are for. Okay.
Is it Lisa?
Yes.
Inspector Jenks, I'm investigating an incident in the village. I wonder if I could ask you a few questions.
What sort of incident?
I'd rather come in and discuss it if that's all right with you. I promise I won't take long. Thank you. I'll just go in here, yes?
I have to go out in a minute.
Oh, look, I can come back later.
I might not be here. What did you want to ask?
I just wanted to ask you, did you know Kate Vine?
No.
Is this going to be a cutscene?
Right. Well, I heard that you're familiar with Atlas, the life skills training company.
I feel like I'm going to get
What do you
bagged
want to know
again.
about Atlas?
Maybe that's PTSD.
Well, I heard you reacted badly to it.
Of course
Did you
I
say
reacted
badly?
So would anyone.
Now, why do you say that?
Because they're devil worshippers.
Devil worshippers.
They're making demons appear. They're tricking everybody. They're getting people to join up, then they're putting demons inside them. You can see them.
See who?
Demons.
Where could you see them?
In the mirrors.
At Atlas.
Any mirror. You can't get rid of them. They stay inside you.
So, how did you get rid of them?
I didn't.
You still see them?
I just don't look. I put all the lights on. I make sure it's all bright. I put them on when I need to look in the mirror. If I make sure everything is bright, I just see myself without seeing the other person.
Who is the other person?
She's like me, but older. It's like her eyes sink in. She's all wrinkled, with a wrinkled mouth. Like she's dying.
Because she's so
And then
old.
I realize I'm her. I'm not me anymore. I'm her. I'm sorry, I have to go now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Didn't even lock up. Oh my god. Therapeutic activity, yes. I'm sorry. Sorry to say.
What a very fragile and disturbed person, and utterly convinced that Atlas are worshipping the devil. How are Ryan and Paul going to get out of this one?
Wrinkles are a sure sign that you've been living, and unfortunately, living is a terminal condition. Alright, now let's walk through the woods. Oh wait, I presume we can ask people. Okay, yeah. I mean, surely James has something to say.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
He's gotta have something to say about this.
Do you know anyone who is interested in or involved with devil worship?
Have you met Lisa?
Which Lisa are you talking about?
Mad Lisa, lives on her own, doesn't like mirrors.
Rude!
Yeah,
This
I've
guy
met her.
says Mad
You think
Lisa.
she's mad?
You can't look at
You-
yourself in the mirror without seeing ghosts. You've got problems, don't you think?
James.
How do you know her?
She came to the farm for some eggs a couple of times. Got talking to her once, that's all.
And what did she tell you?
Nothing much.
She
Except
said,
she
call
thought the
me
devil
Mad
was after her.
Lisa.
What did you tell her?
Told her the devil needs a good reason to be after you. She was just like most people, really, blind to herself, except she's more extreme. That's all madness is, being blind to yourself.
Okay. Visited the farm a few times. Okay.
Thank
I
you.
don't see
Probably
any.
be back later.
I don't see any contradictions there. Don't take anything this man has to heart. I didn't see any sign of chickens. I wish we could grill him about the chicken thing. You say you've got chickens, and yet... Okay. We're gonna do this the long way. We're gonna hit up all the houses. Talk to all the people. Put ourselves
Ask
in
about
a
few more things,
position
please.
to be bagged, just in case.
Do you know anything about devil worship, Paul?
I beg your pardon.
Devil worship? Satanism?
Am I missing something here?
I heard Atlas had elements of Satanism on the course.
You are misinformed. We're a training company, we're not devil worshippers. What kind of a question is that?
So you've no interest in the occult?
No, Inspector, I have no interest in the occult any more than I have interest in pole vaulting, cheese making, or snake charming. Anything else you want to know that I'm not interested in?
That's fine, thanks.
I want to do a quick review to see if that was a contradiction. What did he actually say? No interest in the occult. Oh, I haven't asked about Emma's guilt yet. Shit.
Do you think Emma's criticism of Liam on that last night led to his suicide?
I doubt it helped.
Did you encourage Emma to criticize him?
I didn't encourage Emma to do anything.
Bullshit.
I merely told her what we tell every student to do, to express themselves as they want to. It would be out of order to criticize them after that, wouldn't it? However, I didn't expect her to criticize his birthmark, if that's what it was.
Wait, are you
That's a
suggesting it's
decision
not a
she took
birthmark?
herself.
What are
So you
saying?
didn't know her well?
No, not at all.
Hardly knew Emma. That feels like there's a contradiction there, too. Hello, that one guy. Welcome to Contradiction. Alright, wait, let's go through all of his statements just real quick. Only met Kate a few times, both drunk. Doesn't know I lost a driver's license. Doesn't know anything about Sam's bike. Still waiting on that Sam's bike through line for this game. Doesn't know about the homebrew. Doesn't know about the necklace. Bought a freedom necklace for a student. We potentially think Emma, but we don't really have enough to connect. I don't think we have enough to connect those dots yet. Wasn't at the pub, didn't hear the argument. Hadn't seen the mask before. Ryan uses a shop. Business started last year. Never used scrying. No interest in scrying. Doesn't use scrying. Triangle symbol is the students' ideas. Encourage ideas over morality. Reluctantly abides by the law. Praise to summarize objectives. Student encouraged to free themselves from guilt. No place for guilt in business. We'll try the necklace clue anyway. My instinct is that the game's pretty explicit about the contradictions, and I just don't think we have enough to connect the dots there. Says Liam was bright, confident, outgoing, knew I had personal problems, was at Alice the night he died, didn't see Liam after the course, had been drinking all night at the seminar. Doesn't recognize the streets, okay. Doesn't know shit about drugs. Third eye was Paul's idea, similar to Atlas. Liam's death was unavoidable. Doll burning was Ryan's idea. Not used in course anymore. Impossibility hurt or damaged by hypnosis. No student forced to be hypnotized. Ryan sucks shit at guitar. Atlas cleaner visits at strange time. Paul's cleaner was the mugger. Took the DVD. We found a weird DVD. It was a POV DVD of somebody recording themselves going through a jacket, removing wallets. No clue. committed a fake theft, which he videoed. Oh, is that? I missed that entirely. Okay, so he was recording himself, I guess, as proof. Would I make the Jenks do the thing to the guy again? Yes, I absolutely will. Claims all the students enjoyed the stunt. Okay, maybe that's a contradiction. Yeah, it's tricky because, again, these are not actual contradictions. They are related topics that seem like they're worth pushing on. Okay, let's try the necklace thing. Bought a freedom necklace for somebody. Hardly knew Emma. Oh, interesting. Okay, wow.
You say
Feels
you
like
didn't
elite.
know Emma, yet you bought her a freedom necklace.
I don't remember saying anything about buying Emma a necklace.
Thank you.
So you didn't buy her one? So you did buy her one. So that means you must have known her, and quite well too.
Stop making such a big thing about this, Inspector. Look, I've been around a few years. The clock is ticking. And I admit I have an embarrassing weakness for attractive women. It was a stupid mistake. But that's all it was.
So you're saying you tried it on with her?
No, I didn't try it on. I bought her a necklace. I'm not aware that there's a law against buying presents unless, of course, the Third Reich has been elected while I was at a bridge party.
Is that a Nazi thing, not buying
Emma
presents?
was old enough to make decisions for herself. And as a matter of fact, she decided that she didn't want to be bothered with an old fool like me. So nothing happened, no mistakes, nobody got hurt. All right.
Like father, like son. No surprises there. I wonder how many students Paul has tried it on with.
Oh, that's interesting. It didn't unlock a new... it doesn't seem to have unlocked a new... I thought maybe it would unlock a new option that was like... I guess it didn't, though. Interesting. Okay. Alright, well...
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
All for that. We might circle back and talk to him again. I want to keep asking people about Lisa. I'll say, I enjoy all the actors in this for very different reasons.
Couple more
I
questions,
think they're
if
all
that's okay?
crushing it in different ways. Can I follow up at all about... Okay.
Have you ever come across anyone interested in or involved with the occult?
As in black magic? No, why?
Atlas don't use occult techniques or anything like that?
Atlas? Not unless Ryan's got a secret he's not telling me about. Why, who's been talking?
Just a line of inquiry. Okay, thanks.
Never cross anyone involved with a cult. This feels like a contradiction because, like... Absolutely not. Oh, I forgot to make Jinx do the signal. Too, I'm sorry. The next time we talk to Paul. Doesn't know anything about the cult. Suggests asking Ryan about the cult. Mask used in the Atlas course. Mask allowed students to roleplay. Thinks the mask is Ryan's. I mean, she's freaky, but I actually don't have any... Maybe makes the dolls for Atlas. No occult techniques used at Atlas? Never crossed... Oh, wait. Never crossed anyone involved in the occult, but has said that James casts spells in the wood? Okay. Oh... Knows about the parties. Costume shop. Wastes money on guitars. Hypnosis similar to persuasion. So she doesn't think auto-hypnosis is scrying. Knows that doll of learning is used on the course. Made the dolls for Ryan. Yeah, I don't... It does feel like there's something crazy. Well, here's the problem, is like none of the stuff on about the mask. Where is that? Like, suggest asked about the mask. Mask used in the Atlas course. Masks allowed students to roleplay. Like, I don't think that she thinks the masks are supernatural in any way. Yeah. See, this is tricky. No cult used. Doll burning. Yeah, see, I think she has bought into the Rand's dumb...
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Dumb opinion that the dolls are not related to occult shit. Okay. I have to run to the bathroom real quick. I'm gonna set you up to talk to this man. Specifically about the hand throwing up. The symbol. I'll be right back while he's talking.
If I did this, would it mean anything to you?
I presume you've seen an Atlas student doing that.
Ah, so this is an Atlas thing.
Well, it wasn't exactly our idea. The students started doing it spontaneously to show commitment to the cause. Cute, really. Which student did you see doing that?
I'm not sure, but he was carving it into a tree. I told him to stop.
Did you really? Why?
Defacing public property.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. What's the punishment for that kind of thing nowadays? Prison sentence?
It's usually a fine.
All right. What about defiling public liberty? Does that carry a fine too?
Oddly enough, the student in question argued a similar point. Is that something you encourage on the Atlas course?
We encourage people who put ideas first and moral anachronisms second. The problem with the law, Inspector, is that it's out of date.
Well, I suppose that's a matter of opinion. However, you still respect it.
Respect it? I abide by it. We all play by the book, Inspector, but that's only because of the threat of possible incarceration.
All right.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Oh, I'll definitely be back. I'm not done with this man. Not done spending time with him. Okay. Oh, you know what we should do? We should stick our head in and see if there's somebody in the restaurant yet. By this point, I know that the fact that we can peek our head into the restaurant means something is gonna happen at the restaurant. Follow fam, what kind of breakfast you got? I wonder, can we finally ask Emma about the
Ask
necklace?
you a couple more things, please.
What do you know about devil worship?
Devil worship? Where?
At Atlas.
Devil worship at Atlas? No, there's none of that.
No devil worshipping at Atlas? I mean, this kid's new.
That's it for the time being, thank you.
What about you, Emma?
Have you ever heard about there being devil worship at Atlas?
Devil worship? No. Definitely not. Who said that?
It's just something I heard. Okay, thanks.
I really can't ask her about fucking the Randy Rands giving her the necklace. Oh. Okay, claims it was abusive, but not necessarily devil worshipping.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
This is so annoying because all of these people are saying contradictory things, but I can't address them. I can only address them within their own dialogue. What have we done? We met a new character in a new location. Her name was Lisa Blint. She, in a cutscene, told us that she sees demons because she was a part of the original course. Yeah, we found a flashlight, immediately flashed it in our own fucking faces. Because that's totally what you do when you get a flashlight. Man, I don't have any other DVDs. Because my DVD got stole. Yeah, we used the flashlight to check out the back room of the pub, and in doing so found, I know, a classic loadout, right, Gremlin Lady? It genuinely makes me feel like I should always have a flashlight and a screwdriver on me, just in case I have an
A few more
adventure.
questions, if you don't mind.
Yeah, we discovered the person who gave Emma the bird necklace was Paul Rand, the Elder Rand. And we found a bunch of vandalized car photos.
Has devil worship ever been part of the course, Ryan?
Am I correct in assuming that you have spoken to Lisa Blint?
You would be. She's been telling me all about the Atlas obsession with Satanism, Ryan.
Then if you've met Lisa Blint, then you will have worked out for yourself that she has a very vivid imagination. She also has psychological problems, diagnosed psychological problems, as a matter of fact.
So where did she get the idea that you lot were, devil worshippers?
I really have no idea. The girl is insane. She's frightened of her own shadow, bless her. She actually thinks that demons are possessing her even now. You really can't trust a word she says.
So you are saying there has never been any devil worship at Atlas?
I don't even know what devil worship is, Inspector. It's not something I particularly know anything about. I certainly don't recall anyone ever having worshipped the devil at Atlas.
Okay.
We even tried to help the poor girl by paying for some treatment, but she didn't want it.
Really?
It's not easy to offer someone help when they think that you're the problem.
Okay, doesn't know anything about devil worship, I think is the one we're gonna play here. And what, God, okay. Let's see. Alright. I had to try that one. I think we should lean into his study of occult. None of it's about scrying mirror. Used to read about black magic and satanic rituals. There we go. Easy.
So, you used to read a lot about voodoo and satanic rituals, but you don't know anything about devil worship?
Well, obviously, I just meant we don't worship the devil. We're not devil worshippers here at Atlas, Inspector. Ridiculous.
But the point is, Ryan, that you claim not to know anything about it, but admitted you were obsessed with it when you were younger. Are you sure none of that made its way onto the Atlas course? And that Lisa isn't basing her beliefs on anything within that course?
Lisa isn't basing her beliefs on anything other than her own imagination, Inspector. Look, we do use some techniques that some students find difficult, disturbing. We encourage them to see things differently, that's all.
It's a business
and some people
course.
Simply aren't up to that. Some people, like Lisa, that's why we introduced the aptitude test.
What's the aptitude test?
This. We ask students to fill in an aptitude test, medical history, psychological issues, that kind of thing, any medication that they have used in the past, any medication that they currently are using. Here, take a look. Basically, it's just to try and make sure that we don't get another Lisa.
Has it worked?
Oh, touch wood, so far, yes.
Can I keep a copy of this? I wonder how much importance they actually give to this test. And what are they doing that's so disturbing anyway? That's all for the moment. Thank you.
I mean, here's what I'll say. Forcing somebody to carry around a doll that is meant to represent themselves and has a picture in it, and then making them burn it, it feels a little messy. Feels a little messed up. Feels a little bit like burning the companion cube in Portal. That's what I have to say about it. Oops. Okay. All right, let's ask everybody about this aptitude test.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Cartoon Mischief, thank you for the subscribe.
Have you seen one of these before?
No, not this one exactly, but we had to fill something similar in on the first night at Atlas. One of those aptitude tests, you know, fitness and stuff like that.
A similar form when she joined Atlas, okay.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
That all seems above board.
Did you do a test before you started at Atlas?
Oh, yeah. It was all just questions about if I had any illnesses or mental health problems or stuff like that, you know. They didn't actually ask for any proof, so I could have lied through your teeth on that one. Don't think they actually checked.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
So far, this isn't giving me a lot. Oh, Lansart, I think as long as you're giving away your own personal information, it's fine.
A couple more questions, if that's okay. Do you know anything about this?
It's the aptitude test, isn't it, for Atlas? What do you want to know?
Do you know why it was introduced?
I think they had some trouble with some unsuitable students. I suppose you have to be careful who you work with.
Thank you. Probably be back later. A few more questions, please. Thank you. Can you tell me a bit about this, please?
It's the Atlas aptitude test.
What do you want to know?
What does it test, exactly?
It's a test we introduced to make sure that any students didn't have any major personality problems, skeletons in the cupboard, so to speak. We introduced it because we had a little bit of a problem with one of the students.
Lisa.
You are well informed.
And what do you think it was that disturbed her?
I believe that the course proved to be too demanding for her. We discovered that she had 1 or 2 psychological problems, and she couldn't handle it.
And did you change anything else on the course, apart from introducing the test?
We increased the entrance age to 21. Well, wasn't much, but it's about the only thing we could do. We didn't want another Lisa. We didn't want students turning around and suing us, did we?
Did Lisa sue? Raise the course entrance age to 21. Okay. We might have to circle back and talk to this man
Probably
again.
be back later.
I want to poke at some of his stuff for contradictions, but I want to ask everybody about this questionnaire yet. I mean, I suspect that James is going to be like, no, when we ask if he has seen this. I don't think this is an accredited course. I don't know if they... I mean, I know there are laws in the US about discriminating based on stuff like that, but I don't know if that applies to, like, private workshops. Like, this isn't a school, and it's not a job.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Wouldn't know about the
That's all
aptitude
for the
test,
moment.
okay.
Thank you.
Alright. I have to assume we can't talk to Lisa anymore, but I do want to stick my head down there. Yeah, okay. I guess let's poke at this man a little bit
Just a
more.
few more questions, if you don't mind.
Okay, tester design. For some reason, this pinged me, but I don't know if it. I can't think of anything that contradicts. Raise the course entrance age to 21. Couldn't handle the course techniques. Test designed to reveal psychological issues. No truth in Lisa's accusation. No interest in the occult. Vandalized. Once tried to date Emma. Didn't expect to discuss. Didn't encourage. I think maybe didn't encourage. But I think he's gonna be like, I just told her what to do. I didn't. There we go. There we go. I knew it was gonna drop. There we go. Okay. Okay. Cleaned at Stranger's Times. We've got all this stuff. Didn't steal. Claims that all students enjoyed the stunt. Claims that all students enjoyed the stunt. But clearly not. Like, clearly not. Like, clearly not. Committed a fake that she videoed. Claims all students enjoyed the stunt. Didn't steal from Liam that night. Weird guitar collection. Auto-hypnosis. Impossible to be hurt or damaged by hypnosis. No students forced to be hypnotized. Not used in the course anymore. All of the freaky shit was Paul's idea. Death was unavoidable. Phrase designed to summarize objectives, course objectives, to free students from their past, no guilt, no guilt, no guilt. Finger symbol students' ideas, ideas over morality, reluctantly abides by the law. Knows the mirrors are used for scrying, never used scrying, no interest in scrying, doesn't use scrying in the course. Business started last year. Hasn't seen Mass before. Mass for Monarchs, uses it at the shop. Was in the pub, didn't hear the argument. Weird, creepy necklace shit. Doesn't know about homebrew. Only met Kate a few times. Saw her at a meeting on Friday at 7 p.m. Possibly spoke to her, was drunk. Man, I don't know. If you've got suggestions, Chekhov's homebrew, I'm hoping the bike and the homebrew come back for sure. Yeah, if you have a guess on this one about his stuff, I'm willing to hear it. Because my instinct is there's something here, but I can't pin him on anything. Test designed to reveal psychological issues, but they only started using it recently. Don't bike and brew? Guessing death was unavoidable and then psych test? Auto-hypnosis versus scrying. Yeah. Not used in the course anymore. Possibility hurt or damage. Not possible to force students to be hypnotized. Knows the mirror is used for scrying, never used for scrying mirror, no interest, doesn't use scrying on the course. So we think, like, doesn't use scrying on the course, but does use auto-hypnosis? Okay. Possible to be hurt, damaged. Couldn't handle the horse techniques? Oh, okay, okay.
So nobody has ever been affected by auto-hypnosis, except Lisa.
Hypnosis wasn't the problem, Inspector. Lisa was the problem with Lisa. That's why we introduced the test.
But the hypnosis was the trigger, wasn't it?
Lisa arrived on the course believing we were all devil worshippers. She was nuts to start with. We didn't make her like that.
Well, as far as I can tell, Paul, you've had one student accuse you of devil worship and 2 others commit suicide. Some of your students aren't having a very good time on this course, are they?
Nonsense. Kate was enjoying every minute of it. She couldn't get enough of it.
Really?
She was full of the joys of life. Bubbly, confident, flirty.
With
oh
whom?
no, gross.
With whom?
With whom?
Pretty much everybody, including me, as I remember.
Oh.
Really? And, did you respond?
I don't get into relationships with students, Inspector. Company policy. It's not professional.
He wants to. He wants to, though.
Interesting
okay.
admission that Kate flirted with him. There's no way Paul would have turned down an opportunity like that.
Thank you. Okay. I'm glad Jinx is like, this guy's a creep. So obviously he would have. But that didn't get us anything. Where did the contradiction come for that? Avoids relationships with students. Once tried to date Emma. Yes!
So you avoid relationships with students, except for Emma, who you tried to date.
Oh, come on, Inspector. That was a long
Layers
time
of
ago.
contradictions.
What about Kate Vine?
Did you try to date her or not?
Oh, don't be so ridiculous, Inspector. Kate was an exceptionally clever girl. She knew exactly what she wanted, and she knew how to get it.
You mean that Kate approached you?
It wouldn't surprise me if she was playing everyone in the group. Kate had more enemies than you'd think. She was a very, very manipulative young woman.
And this guy's just a victim of her charms.
10 o'clock, it's getting late. I'm gonna have to pick up the pace if I'm gonna solve this by midnight.
By midnight? Okay. Well, there's nobody else I can ask about anything. I guess... Oh!
I really don't think it's my place, darling.
It is your place here.
I just don't want to tell tales.
Tell him about Simon. You know what happens when you don't do as I say.
So it's going to be that kind of evening, is it?
I don't want to be watching this.
Only if you deal. Problems? Hello, Inspector. See you later.
Okay, if it's not telling me about Simon, who is he telling about Simon?
Ask about a few more things, please.
I can't ask about anything else? I think Rebecca knows about the affair and doesn't care. I can't ask her about what I've just seen.
If that's okay.
I can't ask about the scene. Oh, but I can search in here now.
Well, isn't that interesting?
Driggs? Oh god, I've got to ask about a prescription. That's right, she's pure. She's pure, chat.
Couple more questions, if that's okay. The cupboard downstairs, there's a lot of unopened stuff in it.
Is there?
Prescriptions. Made out to you.
Oh, they're just spare painkillers. The chemist always gives us too many. He's a friend of the family.
Okay, now where the fuck did she talk about being pure? Doesn't take any drugs or medicine.
Aha. So, you don't take any medicines except for prescription painkillers.
Well, they're not actually for me, they're Ryan's. For some reason, the chemist always makes them out to my name. He's an old gentleman.
Does Ryan need prescription painkillers?
Yes, he's got arthritis.
Really? He's young to suffer from that, isn't he?
He doesn't have it badly, but he does need medication from time to time.
What medicine is it?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest. Ryan will know.
So Ryan's the one using the prescriptions. I think I might have a word with him, work out exactly what this medicine is.
Yeah, because it doesn't directly contradict, but it is suspicious in regards to some of the other stuff we have.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Ha! 80 to midnight, my kind of town. Except that one of them's a murderer. Butter Geek on YouTube says the main actor is so fun. I heard someone say that he's acting like he's playing the Doctor on Doctor Who, even though he's just a guy. I actually think that's a very good description of the performance he's giving. Let's go straight to Atlas. And we'll take the long way through the woods. I mean, I think he said there's no medicine or alcohol allowed on school grounds. And this wasn't found on school grounds. Knock, 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 knock.
A few more questions, please. Do you know what the medicine in the cupboard at the pub is for?
You'd better ask Rebecca about that. I'm not exactly sure what's in there. She tends to keep her wares under lock and key. Do you know, our wedding night was quite a surprise.
Nobody asked.
Tell me about your arthritis.
Oh, you found out about that. Well, yes, I'm old before my time.
It's very unlucky to have it so young.
Well, I take a lot from life, Inspector, and sometimes life likes to give you a little bit back. I mean, it's not too bad, it's not too debilitating. It's mainly some in my right hand, some in my left hand. It's not particularly a problem. Makes it difficult to hold small things, though.
What do you take for it?
I get a prescription painkiller.
How often do you need that?
Not often, as and when. I keep some here, I keep some at home. It's not a problem.
Okay, arthritis is not a problem. Keeps painkillers at home and work. Okay, so let's plug in on the drug thing. Doesn't allow drugs or alcohol onto Atlas premises. Okay, let's see. Doesn't keep any medicines on site. There we go.
So, you don't keep any medicines on site at Atlas?
No.
Except your prescription painkillers?
Well, these are not available to the students.
But they are kept on site?
Yes, but they're locked away. They're kept in the storeroom. Nobody would have access to them.
You're sure about that?
Absolutely sure.
And what are the painkillers, Ryan?
They're painkillers. Just painkillers. Normal painkillers.
Paracetamol, codeine, morphine.
Well, all right, they're morphine tablets, yes.
Oh, really?
Oh, come on, Inspector. I know what you're thinking, but there's no way Kate could have had access to them.
Because they're in the storeroom.
Well, not just that. She wouldn't have even known about them, or where they were.
Sure about that?
Yes.
So it is morphine Ryan's taking. The pieces are starting to come together. Now I just have to work out how Kate got hold of it. If it was Ryan's morphine she got hold of course.
I do also want to dig down. It has an interest in hasn't bought a new guitar for over a year. Maybe? This doesn't, I mean, this is another thing where it's like, if he hasn't played for a while, maybe it's because his arthritis got bad. Okay. Alright.
That's it for the time being, thank you.
Oh man, genius. Yeah, let me recap what we've done today. First of all, we found a flashlight. Really good news. We found pictures of somebody. Wait, what was that exclamation point? Y'all see that? We found pictures of a vandalized car that belonged to Atlas. We learned that Paul Rand likes to fuck his students, but he's bad at it. He keeps trying, but he's bad at it. He gave Emma the bird necklace. We discovered that we met a lady who believes that they're devil worshippers and that she's being possessed or haunted by a demon. And then we listened to all these people be like, she's just crazy. We found some painkillers and discovered Ryan has arthritis. And the painkillers are morphine, which is the same drug we found in Kate's system. Okay, I didn't see that. I did see an exclamation point off the side here. I genuinely might have been covered up by my portrait. Boop. Or the captions. That was weird. I don't know where to find the drugs. I do feel like if I could find the drugs. He's bad at getting students to sleep with him. 'Cause he's a creepy jerk. But it hasn't stopped them from trying. Alright, we're gonna do our bag walk around. See if there's anybody in any new places. This is a new cutscene. The loudest Foley of a key
Bit
dropping
careless,
without
Simon.
being noticed.
Probably nothing important, but at this stage, I need all the clues I can get.
Have some dignity, old man. Eat it. Swallow it whole. Wait, where are you going? We're gonna talk to them. Dean Hayfield, Aztec, AztecEdenton.com, and this key ring, St. Bernard's de Menthon. Okay. All right.
Ask you a couple more things, please. Did you know about Ryan's arthritis?
Ryan? He's got arthritis?
Apparently.
Oh, I didn't know. I hadn't noticed he had any problems.
I think you dropped this outside. Someone you know.
Oh, this is just from some IT guy I met. I don't need it.
Fair enough. I noticed some numbers on the back. Do you need these?
I don't know. What is it?
1905?
Oh, yeah, that's just a pin for something. It's okay, I can remember it.
So not an offshore savings account or anything?
No, it's not important.
Suspicious. Suspicious.
Is this yours?
Yeah. That's from my keys. Where did you find that?
Just outside.
Right. Oh, it must have come off when Nathan dropped my keys off. He was borrowing my car.
That's very trusting.
Yeah, I suppose it is. I am a bit too trusting, really. It's a new car as well.
You're handing it back? Okay. Bike is the only way you can get to work, huh? And yet, you own a new car. Ah, really?
So the bike's the only way you can get to work, yes?
Yeah.
What's wrong with the car?
Well, I can't drive the car yet, can I? I don't have my license.
Right.
I got a windfall from an insurance payout. Just figured I'd buy something sensible with it straight away instead of wasting the money.
What was the insurance payout?
It was for a laptop. It got stolen down at Atlas.
At Atlas?
Well, they didn't break in. I think they just walked in and took it. The laptop was in a storeroom, but I think the lock was broken, to be honest.
Doesn't sound like they're taking their security very seriously.
Actually, it got a lot better after that.
Think I'll check it anyway.
Must have been a very nice laptop to be able to buy a car with the insurance. Or a very cheap car. Might have to have a talk with Ryan about his security measures.
Incredible to be like, I got a windfall. I wanted to spend it immediately before I wasted it on something useless. So I bought a car I can't fucking drive because I don't have a driver's license. What are you saying? What are you saying to me? Okay. I mean, clearly this is the pin. I have to assume the pin is going to be for the laptop. What the fuck?
Thank you. Probably be back later.
He said it was a new car, but maybe it's new to Simon, not like brand new.
Did you know about Ryan Round's arthritis?
Arthritis? I didn't think Ryan had arthritis.
Have you seen this before?
Nope. Sorry, never heard of him.
What do you know about this?
This is Simon's. I bought this for him when we were on holiday. Has he lost it?
He dropped it.
He can't keep anything.
Including a girlfriend. Ha-cha-cha-cha.
Did you know about Simon's laptop being stolen?
Yeah, because it had all my college work on it, which I hadn't backed up or saved. Not that
Reminder
it
to
mattered
back up
much,
and save
but
your
I
work.
did buy a new one. And Simon uses it now. When I let him.
This is a good reminder to everybody. If you need
That's
to
all
back
for the
up
moment.
anything
Thank you.
that you don't have backed up, you should do it now. I'm so glad we got some sort of payoff with that fucking bicycle. Okay, let's go back and talk to Ryan. I'm hoping we can crack this storeroom sort of deal. I mean, the music has slapped. The music for this game has slapped, so I can see that. I mean, Corvus Punk, talking about new car, that photo you posted in the Discord was crazy. I'm very glad you are safe. That was wild.
A few more questions, if you don't mind. Know anything about this?
No, I don't. I'm sorry. We have our own IT chap. Lovely chap, in fact. Fat and sweaty, though. It's like a double act, doesn't it?
The at the end. It was a couple days ago in the Discord. I do not remember which channel. I don't have context for it. No longer car shaped, we only have a bit of whiplash. Good. Good, because phew.
Have you seen this before?
No, sorry.
Yeah, there we go.
Were you at Atlas when Simon's laptop was stolen?
Oh, I believe I was, yes. It was taken from the storeroom in the hallway.
Was it ever recovered?
No, we didn't catch anyone. We're quite exposed out here. Somebody could just have wandered along the lane, seen into the storeroom. It's not particularly secure. They could have been in and out within minutes. That's why we advise people to keep their valuables with them. You can't be too careful these days, Inspector.
Simon had an insurance policy on the laptop? Is that a thing in the UK, or am I right in thinking that's crazy? Laptop taken from a storeroom isn't particularly for advise students to keep their valuables with them. Keeps the morphine. Uh-oh. Am I accidentally gonna give him coverage?
Aha. So the storeroom isn't particularly secure, yet you keep your morphine tablets in there. I thought you said no one could get access to the morphine, but they could, quite easily, couldn't they, Ryan?
I didn't mean that storeroom. I meant a different storeroom. I kicked them in there.
Okay. So where was it locked up?
It's upstairs. It's got a combination lock on it. Nobody could have access to it except me and Dad. Nobody.
I might have a look at that if you don't mind.
Yes.
Don't mind at all.
New location.
A combination locked room, I see. Well, I might have a look around for that. See how secure and combination locked it really is.
Yes. Finally, we get to go upstairs. I don't think laptop assurance is a thing here. I guess I could see it being under renter's insurance, but like not if it gets stolen from a different site. Oh, what? I can't. Oh, wait. Try using this.
Welcome to the Mirror Room. This exercise is all about identifying the difference between the image one presents to the world and one's real self, which lies deep in our unconscious. As you move through the network of mirrors, practice seeing yourself as a stranger. The more you separate from your persona, the more aware you will become of your true desires and ambitions. Chant with us. I am free from my image. I am free from my past. I am free from myself.
I am free from my image. I am free from my past. I am free from myself. I am free from my image. I am free from my past. I am free from myself.
This exercise involves the use of liberation masks. You have now completed Module 1. Module 2 covers boundary testing, threshold testing, and extreme testing. Please read the notes carefully before attempting the module.
His face! I'm obsessed. 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 I love this. I love this so much. Combination locker room atlas contains a disorienting maze of mirrors. Fucking spectacular! Spectacular! Look at this! Look at this! I love it so much. And I love it 100 billion times more. Because it's an FMV. I do want to peek into this other room. I love this game.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Hey, what the fuck?
Can you tell me what you know about the mirror room upstairs?
Oh, you found that then. Well, it's very similar to the costumes, Inspector. It's designed to help the students look at themselves differently.
And what do you do with the mirrors?
You look at yourself, Inspector. You look at yourself until you start seeing yourself as others do. And you don't see yourself as you do anymore. It really, the idea is that you can see yourself eventually any way you wish.
So why in a locked room?
To make sure you're not distracted, that's all.
How often is it used?
Not often, a few times a month. Some students find it useful, some don't.
What the fuck? Used by students, room locks so students aren't distracted, only used a few times a month. Okay. Okay.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
We've got to ask Simon about this, because it was their pin that opened the door. What the fuck? And we're gonna go through the bagging woods. I mean, it does seem related to you know what? Okay, actually, that's a great point, Cartoon Mischief. They did talk about the mirrors are used for auto-hypnosis, but also that they don't do auto-hypnosis anymore, if I remember correctly. So we should plug in on that. Mirror room used a few times a month. Claims auto-hypnosis not a part of the course. Says it's being phased out, but still being used a few times a month. Used to have a black mirror. Okay. It does feel like...
that's it for now. Thank you.
It does feel like there's something there, but let's circle back. I mean, they're business they're business students, so they're using a very dicey version of the concept of coercion. I want to, yeah. There might be something there, but let's go around and ask people about the fucking crazy mirror room. And then if that doesn't come up with anything, I think Ryan's a good place to plug in there.
Do you know about the mirror room at Atlas?
Yeah.
Mirror.
What's it used for?
Well, it's mainly for the auto-hypnosis module. You go in and you stare into the mirror and you go into a trance. Then when you're ready, you come back out.
So you just go in whenever you want to?
Oh, no. There's certain times when you're allowed in, and only they know the combinations anyway, so you can't really get in.
But you don't know the combination?
No.
What?
Aha. So you didn't know the combination to the locked mirror room?
Nope.
Except...
Is Simon going to be deeper in this cult than we
This is the
thought?
combination to the mirror room, Simon, that you wrote. It isn't a pin, it's a combination.
Yeah.
You see, this sort of thing makes me suspicious, Simon. What were you doing in there that you didn't want anyone, including me, to find out?
Wanking it.
It's just part of the course, isn't it? I just wanted to go in there when I was ready.
On your own? You didn't give the number to anyone else?
No.
Simon, there was morphine kept in that room that might have played a part in Kate Vine's death. Did Kate have the number?
Yes, okay. We both went in.
Together?
We were trying to outdo each other. We both tried to morph in.
What do you mean trying to outdo each other?
It's part of the course. To see how far you can push yourself. To see if you could do something you wouldn't normally do.
When was this?
A few months ago.
How often did you try it?
Only that once. I'd never do it again.
How about Kate?
I don't know. Sorry.
So that's how Kate got the morphine. But what exactly does this testing involve? Could this have been what killed Kate? 11 o'clock. Just an hour left to solve this thing.
Okay. The morphine was in that room because it's more secure than their storage room.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Okay, so the people who had access to the morphine. Kate, because she was doing it. Simon, because we know Simon had access to that storage room. We know Ryan had access because he was keeping his stuff there. We know Rebecca had access because it was her fucking prescription. Presumably, any Atlas person could have gotten in there and gotten the morphine since that's an active room that they use.
Do you know anything about a locked room at Atlas with mirrors in it?
Not off the top of my head, no. I think that's a question for Ryan.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
I assume the one cutscene we saw there is all the thing that we needed to see, but... Yeah, let's talk to this old asshole.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
We don't know how Simon got the passcode.
When did Ryan begin to suffer from arthritis?
Ryan doesn't suffer from arthritis.
Really?
The only thing that Ryan suffers from is a pathetic inability to deal with any kind of discomfort. He pulled his back sometime last year. Since then, he's going around telling everybody he suffers from arthritis.
I thought he had medication for it.
Oh, he only has medication because his GP, who is almost as dysfunctional as he is, keeps prescribing it for him.
So you don't believe he really has arthritis?
Not at all.
Okay. pulled his back last year dragging a body somewhere?
Do you know who this is? Dean Hayfield, Aztec.
Sorry, never heard of him. We have some prisoner sort who does our IT. Large guy. No manners.
Not like this motherfucker. Okay, so, I'm piecing something together now, which is that Simon probably got the code from Dean Hayfield, who probably installed the security system. Yeah, I don't know what prisoner sort means. I don't know if that is literal. Or if he's being... I don't know.
Seen this before anywhere?
No.
Great. Another great chat.
And what do you know about Simon's laptop being stolen from Atlas?
Oh, no, I wasn't happy about it.
What did you do about it?
Ryan paid a con man to install a complicated CCTV system at twice the price that it would probably have cost. Seemed to do the trick, though. We haven't had a theft since.
But there's video footage of the Atlas campus.
Can you tell me about the room with the mirrors at Atlas? The one with the combination lock?
How did you get in there?
I was given the code for the combination.
By Ryan?
Well, nobody else is allowed to know the code, are they?
And not in theory.
So how is the room used on the course, then?
It's a meditation room where the students can reflect on themselves, literally.
And what about the CD?
That helps, too. It's part of the program.
So you send the students into the room, they put the CD on, they stare into the mirrors. And how long does this last for?
Until the CD finishes or they fall asleep. What else would you like to know?
Mirrors, user commentation, CD and mirror room used on the course. Auto-hypnosis not used. No one forced to participate. The auto-hypnosis strain really gets off course. The longer you go down the list of questions that are relevant. Doesn't use scrying on the course. Yeah, see, this is tricky because I think in his mind... I think in his mind, the scrying mirrors, the mirror room, and the auto-hypnosis thing are unrelated.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
I just don't think he would see a connection between them. But let's mark that down as a possible thing to investigate. Oh! Cutscene! A handshake, that was nice. So, what kind of packages did you get?
Ask about
I love the day for night too. Obsessed with it.
Recognize this at all?
No.
Yeah, he fixed my laptop.
Does he live locally?
I think so.
Seen this before?
Don't think so.
Can't ask
all
about...
For the moment. Thank you.
Let's go dig around the farmhouse. Oh, Gremlin Lady, thank you for dropping the link to that. Did we see this man get some packages and now... Okay, here we go. Here we go. He got shoes. He got Clark's shoes. Wait a minute.
So James is interested in poppy pods, is he? I think he's got some explaining to do.
do make an opium, yeah, for sure.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
He's gonna be so pissed when he opened those up. He's gonna have to return them to Amazon and be like, my Clark's slip-on clogs are opium pods.
What can you tell me about several boxes of dried poppy pods in the greenhouse back there?
Feel free to take some if you want.
What are they for, James?
Decoration.
I'm making an everything bagel mix.
There's a big market for them among the over 70s.
So what are you doing with them?
Selling them to grannies.
Okay, James, let's just cut to the chase. Are you extracting opium from them?
Me? I can honestly say I've never done anything like that, Inspector.
Sure about that?
Scout's honour.
And who was the guy delivering them?
A friend. Someone gave them to him. He asked me if I wanted them. I said I'd have a look and see if I liked them.
You just thought you'd have a look? No particular reason?
I'm a plant scientist, that's what I do.
Have you ever sold them to anyone else?
I only got them a few minutes ago.
In the past. You know Kate's body had opium in the blood when it was found?
No, I didn't. Hey, that's nothing to do with me.
Let's hope not.
Okay. Poppy used for decoration, sells pods to pensioners, never extracted opium from the pods, pods from a friend who didn't want them. I mean, all super suspicious, but I don't know that any of this is something I can call him on. Science. Doesn't grow any other drugs. He did not grow these drugs. So Saliatolium. Never went to Third Eye meeting. Okay. I don't think we have anything.
Later on, if that's okay.
Alright, well, let's ask everybody what they know about opium.
A few more questions, please. What do you know about poppy pods?
Poppy pods?
Ever come across anyone selling them, using them?
No.
Okay, great chat.
Thank you. Probably be back later. Ask you a couple more things, please. What do you know about poppy pods?
Go on.
Ever come across anyone trying to sell them or anything like that? Maybe even in here?
Not that I remember.
Doesn't know much about poppy pods. Management used to grow salvia, doesn't take any drugs or medicine, is a hallucinogen. Okay. Heard James grows cannabis. Okay, I don't think there's anything here.
That's it for the time being, thank you.
I hope you and your friends enjoy playing crazy FMVs. Yeah, that's true. He's a cop. He could have just had a pod to show people. Opium, Simon?
If you don't mind.
Odd question, but have you ever seen anyone handling dried poppy pods?
Poppy pods? As in, for
Poppy
opium?
pods.
No. Though James did have opium tea once, I think.
Where did he get it from?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't ask. James does his own thing.
What does opium tea taste like?
But I don't know. I didn't try it.
Really?
I didn't want to risk it, did I? I went to hospital once. I had codeine and I went into anaphylactic shock. The doctor said it was an opium derivative, apparently, so...
But you took morphine. You're allergic to opiates. But you took morphine. That's very irresponsible.
You and Kate took morphine in the mirror room. That's what you said, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you're allergic to opiates, Simon. Opium. You didn't take the morphine at all, did you?
Well, no, I didn't. Kate did, though.
I thought you were trying to outdo each
So you
other.
tricked
That was
Kate
the point, wasn't it?
into taking morphine?
We weren't trying to outdo each other as such.
Go on.
Ryan wanted me to test Kate. To see how far she would go to be prime candidate.
What candidate?
The fuck is prime candidate?
It means the best person in the group, basically.
What do you mean test her?
But you do it in pairs. One person's the tester, it's me, and the other person's the...
Victim?
Well, it's not like that. It's completely consensual. It's just boundary testing. Ryan wanted me to test Kate.
Because they thought she was the best student.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
And you
I just
hated
did
that,
what I
didn't
was
you,
told, okay?
Simon?
Except you decided to give her morphine. To break the law.
Well, I can't change that now, can I? She didn't die of a morphine overdose, did she?
She died because she drowned. But she drowned for reasons that aren't clear.
I think that's a pig,
Atlas seemed
not
to
a
have
dog.
this all neatly worked out. If Simon's telling the truth, Atlas are lighting the fuse and then retiring to a safe distance, letting students test themselves and push themselves to their limits while avoiding all comeback. Is this what happened to Kate?
Thank you.
Maybe?
Probably be back later.
Isle Tide Hotel. No, I have not even heard of that. Isle Tide Hotel. Is it an FMV? Looks like an FMV. Explore mysterious hotel and infiltrate a cult in this FMV detective game. From 2023? Okay, well, I'm adding it to my wish list. Great, okay. Similar to games you've played, Disco Elysium and Case of the Golden Idol. Oh, they've got an FMV detective bundle. Okay. Alright, well, I'm thrilled. I'm very excited. I mean, it's increasingly likely that we're gonna have some sort of FMV. FMV December might be nice. It might be very cozy. November or December,
Do you know
I think.
about the mirror room at Atlas?
Mirror room. No, I heard about it, but I think it was only for the students later on in the course. Something like that.
That makes sense. In November, I'll probably have to be cramming Game of the Year stuff, like games that came out this year that I hadn't played. So November is going to be like the Nancy Drew game that came out this year. And any other like rounding up of games that I should play potentially for Game of the Year list stuff. But then December, I think December would be a very nice time for FMV.
Strange question. Have you ever known of anyone selling dried poppy pods?
Poppy pods? Don't think so. Isn't that opium?
Kind of. It's okay.
Do you know what a prime candidate is at Atlas?
Yes, it's what every student wants to be. It's the best student.
It's the
you get a
most
great high-paid job
asshole-ish
afterwards.
student. What?
I don't think that really happens, though.
Did you know anyone in the running to be prime candidate?
What, like Simon? I don't think they picked Simon, to be honest. Well, he's got too many morals, and you can't have both at Atlas.
Okay. Okay.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Necessarily see any contradictions. Geosty. I don't think she would have been drowned for becoming the prime candidate. I'm gonna level with you. We only have like an hour left, not in gameplay time, but in real life time in this game. I don't know which of these people did it.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Knock, 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 knock.
Know anything about poppy pods? Come across anyone selling them or anything?
Poppy pods? Well, don't tell anyone, Inspector, but I hear that you can make opium out of those. Why do you ask?
Doesn't matter.
What?
Now, tell me what a prime candidate is.
You're learning a lot, aren't you, Inspector? Prime candidates are simply the best students, the ones with the most potential.
And what benefits do they get from that?
Well, they get the top job.
Which is?
Well, we have a deal with various multinationals. We train students to be exceptional, truly exceptional.
I don't know if I believe this.
And they get a wonderful top job. It seems a very simple deal.
And how do you decide who the prime candidate is?
Do you test
Who
students?
can hold their morphine
Did you
the
ever,
best?
say, ask Simon to test Kate, for instance?
Oh, you've actually been speaking to Simon, haven't you? I really wouldn't trust anything that Simon Thompson says. You know, he spent the best part of 2 months trying to undermine Kate. No. Now, Simon Thompson, it really isn't my place to speculate, but if you're looking for motives, Inspector, he certainly had a few motives. More than I.
A motive to kill her, do you mean?
Now, that's very interesting, Inspector. Well, that's up to you to decide.
Ooh. I mean, that's interesting because it's him admitting that he doesn't think this is a suicide. Which is actually kind of a big deal. Because up until this moment, he's been towing the party line that this was a suicide. And now he is trying to implement somebody in her murder, which is an interesting choice. Did a very good job. Students aren't tested. Never asked Simon to test Kate. Simon has been trying to undermine Kate. Best students plural, but it does seem like there's only the one. Become prime candidates. Prime candidates get a very good job. Students aren't tested. Never asked Simon to test Kate. Simon has been trying to undermine Kate. Ooh. The implication is that you think Liam was a prime candidate. Oh, interesting. Yeah, the fact that he says students aren't tested is suspicious to me. But it's one of those things where it's like, that contradicts what Simon told us, but not what this dude has told us. He's still pretending to, yeah, he's still kind of pretending to not know Liam. Let's do. What we haven't gotten into is the fact that he probably played in a band with Liam. But once again, like, we don't, like, it clearly, it feels very clear that he auditioned to be in Liam's band and didn't make it. But we don't have anything that quite bridges that gap. He said 20 years ago, I think this man's a liar. I just think he's lying. Nose Paul went to tumor, stunt not related to Liam's suicide. There's so much that this man is shady about. It's hard to know which things to pull up. Yeah, Max Boltzmann. I'm just a naturally suspicious person, I guess. Best students become prime candidates. Knows opium can sell. Okay. Mirror used by students. Room locked so students aren't distracted. Alright, maybe let's dig into the auto-hypnosis thing. So, auto-hypnosis stuff. We've got the scrying mirror. Used to have a black mirror. Read about it. Doesn't believe in anything supernatural now. Okay. Fine. I don't believe it, but fine. Auto-hypnosis claims it's not a part of the course. Aren't coerced or bribed in any way. Oh, wait. Aren't coerced and bribed in any way. But what about the best students becoming... Okay, what about the prime students getting a good job? How? Okay, fine. Doesn't believe in hypnosis. Claims auto-hypnosis is not a part of the course. Actually, I want to listen to what he actually says about students aren't coerced or bribed.
Can you tell me about auto-hypnosis?
Well, what would you like to know?
Do you use it on the course?
We dip into it occasionally, but it's not a major feature of the course. I would say that, well, a minority of the students know how to use it, but the majority wouldn't know and have a clue.
It's not a requirement of the course?
No, not at all. We don't ask people to do things that they're not comfortable with. There's no bribery, no coercion. We're thinking about phasing auto-hypnosis out, actually.
What's the reason for that?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, Inspector, it doesn't actually work very well.
Okay, the students aren't coerced or bribed in any way does feel like an angle. But neither of these worked for it. Best students become prime candidates. That feels, to me, that feels like a pretty clear contradiction, but okay. Notice Paul went too far. It's not a part of the shock aspect, not related to Liam's suicide. Think people are free to do what they like. This is the other this is tricky because, like, I think he believes that they don't coerce or bribe people, even though obviously that is not how any of this works. Asked for a refund. Does use some disturbing techniques. Okay. Prescription. Arthritis. They have their own IT consultant. Never seen the key ring. Did Kate know Liam? We don't have any way of knowing because we can't talk to either of them because they're dead. He's never seen the key ring. Stored room. Store room isn't packed to secure. Mirror room used by students. Room locked so students aren't distracted. Mirror room used by students. See, I think I already tried this one, but let's do it again. Not a major part of the course. I mean, he did say that they weren't... It wasn't used by a lot of students. Use a couple times per month. Use phased out? There's nothing useful under Scrying Mirror, because that's just all about his devil worship stuff. Best students become prime candidates. They get a good job. How is that not bribery? You're incentivizing poor behavior. Never asked Simon to test Kate. Simon's been trying to undermine Kate. I don't think Simon would kill Kate just because Kate is the prime candidate and Simon isn't. Like, that just doesn't feel strong to me. Room locked so students aren't distracted. Let's do room locked so students aren't distracted. I don't think this is much, but aren't coerced or bribed in any way. Yeah. See, again, I don't think that is quite a contradiction. Stolen Lappy. I don't know, this is so tricky. Does use some disturbing techniques. Oh yeah, let's do the aptitude test versus we don't test students. I think these are two kind of different things. Okay. Yeah, how did... I mean, I think Simon got the code from the IT person. So it strikes me as very possible that Ryan doesn't know that Simon was doing that. Yeah, we already got the storeroom secure, but drugs were locked in a different room aspect.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Okay. We're gonna do what I always do in moments like this, which is go for a little bit of a walk until somebody assaults me and we break through. I feel like there is a contradiction there, but I just don't know what it is. I just want to hang out here. What I really want is to take that CD. Meditate to it a little. If there was a second bagging attempt, this would be the funniest game of all time for their sheer commitment to the bit. Usually the contradictions are not within the same conversation thread, so I haven't tried that. It's not a bad option, though. But let's see if we can't trigger an assault. Oh no.
Yes! Just keep pushing.
Oh my god, somebody's giving birth.
Just keep pushing. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. You can push it all the way in, Tom, if you want to. Excellent, Tom.
Excuse me. Would someone care to tell me exactly what's going on here?
Don't come any closer.
That man needs a doctor.
No, he doesn't.
I don't need a doctor. I'm fine. Go away.
What is this?
A test.
Of what?
What does it look like? It's a threshold test.
Yeah, you're right. I'm the idiot
test.
here. Totally.
I thought, you were supposed to be good at working things out, Inspector Jenks.
Is he flirting?
And so this would be for Atlas, would it? Kyle?
Is he flirting?
You disappear now.
It's not a good idea to talk to a police inspector like that.
Do you want me to make you?
It's okay, Tom. Mr. Jenks won't be bothering us anymore.
Don't make any rash commitments. Well, well. You really should take more care of your things, Ryan. Is your keys, Kyle?
No.
Got him. Pranked.
So that's threshold testing, is it? Sticking a skewer through your hand? I could just ask Ryan or Paul directly about this, but I think I'll bide my time. See what I can do with this key fob first.
I cannot tell you how genuinely delighted I am that we triggered another assault in the woods. I can't. I just, every time that works, I'm just like, what a crazy structure for this game. Oh, really, 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 really great. Really, really just ecstatic. Yeah, I think this probably goes to the car. Oh. To the woods lane. 'Cause that's about... Yeah, car key fob. It's pretty much the only car we've seen. Oh. I mean, there is a car right there. I guess there's cars everywhere, but there's one specific car that we get really good look at. That was clearly the lock button. I swear to God. Clearly put his thumb on the lock side.
Bingo. Well, Ryan, what have you been up to? Be very interesting to see how he explains this one.
Is that the blackmail money? That was so gentle. Okay, okay. Their lock buttons are on the other side, too. I want to believe that, but I could see the lock iconography. Alright, so she got a fatty check. Fatty check 4K in Ryan's car. Weirdly, I feel like that means he didn't kill her. Because if he was gonna kill her, it was to Kate in Ryan's car, made out to Kate. But I genuinely don't think he would bother writing that out if he was gonna kill her. That's genuinely the first piece of evidence I've seen that suggests that he did not kill her. This dude isn't gonna have anything to say about any of this shit.
Yeah, okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
But if it was a trap, she would have had it, right? Like, unless you're suggesting, like, okay, well, okay, here is the other thing that it could be, is that he did give it to her, and she had it on her when she died. He took her wallet, and then when he was opening it to get the check back out, that's when her driver's license fell. So it is a possibility. That is a possibility.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Now, why do you think Ryan might want to give Kate a cheque for £500?
I've really no idea. Where did you find it?
Just outside.
Just an illegal search of a
Better ask
car
him.
I didn't have a warrant
You think Ryan
for.
was interested romantically in Kate?
I know he has a weakness for blondes, but I didn't think it had gone so far as his offering them cash.
Knows Ryan was interested in blondes. Well, first of all, blondes in quotes being crazy. She is not blonde. Neither is Emma, who he is having an affair with. Is that a contradiction? Do we think that the blonde thing is a contradiction? That would be pretty crazy, but it's not impossible. That's so weird. That's so weird. It's such a weird comment. Yeah, his wife is also not blonde, for sure. Doesn't know why Ryan would... I am so thrown by this one little comment. Oh, we're way past time. Okay, we're gonna end it here.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
And I'm just gonna dwell on the blonde thing. We've really overshot time. This game is shockingly involving. Alright. Simon is blonde. Interesting. I could play this for another hour, but I have other things to do today. We'll be back Tuesday, probably for the last stream of this game. I reckon we're very close. And then as a reminder, I'm going to be out just a whole bunch. So I'll be out Thursday and Sunday of next week because I'll be at PAX. Also, by the way, I'll be at PAX. I've got a panel happening on Friday and Saturday at PAX. So please, I guess I need to post about that. I'll post about that on Monday. That's work. That's work, not fun work like streaming. But keep an eye out. I'll be posting information about that on Monday in the Discord and on Patreon and on socials. So if you're going to be at PAX, or you know somebody's going to be at PAX, you should come and check that out Friday and Saturday. Ashgrove, you're welcome. I'm glad you're able to come. This is partially why I have streams at such odd hours, is so that people can join regardless of their time zone. So I'm glad that is working out. Yeah, so, and then I'll be back next Tuesday, briefly, and then I fly out for like 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks. So streaming's gonna be touch and go in September. I might try to pack in some extra streams if we don't finish this game. I have to finish this game before I leave fully on vacation or for PAX. So if we don't finish it in the next stream, then we'll be doing an additional stream to finish it off. But my guess is we'll probably polish it off. Definitely close to the end. Okay. Yeah, and there's only like an hour left, but it's tricky because it's like in a mystery game and in a puzzle game. It'll take as long as it takes for me to solve stuff, so it's hard to say. Anyway, that is the plan. So I'll see you Tuesday at the normal time, 7 p.m. Central Time, to hopefully finish this game off, and if not, then maybe I'll be back Wednesday too. All right. Yeah, that's everything. Have a good rest of your weekend. I'll see you Tuesday. Bye.